Yeah. What up, though? It's your man, DJ Caveman. We back for another Saturday Conversation, episode motherfucking 57.
I didn't even look up any sports characters from 57.
It's all good. It's episode 57. That's all that really matters.
Oh, yeah.
At the end of the day. And we here, and it's Saturday, and there's a lot of shit happening right now. It was a good week. It was a good week. Just to give y'all like a quick little thing. Actually, no, we're not live, so it don't really matter. But we did have a great interview with Da Vinci Young. That episode is going to be up before this episode. So by the time you all listen to this, you would have already been able to listen to episode number 56. Yeah. And hear a great episode. But shout out to Da Vinci for coming through. It took us a couple of days to get situations under control, but
we got it together. It's just got to get out there.
We got it together, so now here we are, back again, man. Again, interesting week.
Oh yeah,
lots going on.
Oh yeah,
you know, Popeyes back out with their chicken sandwich, and
line's still dumb long.
This is the second run. So the first run they made like 22 million, right? Mm-hmm. This run they probably gonna double that, or at least make 30 million, I feel like, because there's a lot of people that didn't get a chance to have the sandwich the last time. Mm-hmm. Now they're like definitely trying to get the sandwich this time.
Mm-hmm. Yo, I just came in for a motherfucking bucket of chicken, motherfucker. Yo,
I feel bad. Yeah, I feel bad for the motherfuckers that's just coming in for like a 3-piece.
Yo,
and they waiting this like wild ass lines for nothing.
You got that one motherfucking line like, yo, y'all should have a line for sandwiches and a line for chicken, like buckets of chicken, yo. Because I just came for some motherfucking buckets of chicken and some coleslaw.
You waiting 45 minutes to get a 3-piece because everybody's in line for chicken sandwiches.
Yeah. I just came in here to buy some lunch for myself, and I used up my whole half hour just standing in this motherfucking line.
Hey, well, that's your problem, though. You should know better than to go to fucking Popeyes during the chicken sandwich release on your lunch break, homie.
I didn't come for the sandwich. I came for a bucket of chicken. That's why.
But you already know.
2 lines here.
That's like trying to buy cigarettes on a day when the lottery's like 500 million. You know what I'm saying? You know everybody's going to be in line buying their lottery tickets. You ain't going in there real quick for nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they play this in the box. Then we play these different numbers.
Hey, yo,
then let me get
cut you so I can just buy some cigarettes. Trust, I'm not taking your numbers. I just want a box of cigarettes and maybe some stamps.
Yo, nobody buys stamps anymore, though.
Nah, people buy stamps. Where I work, people buy stamps.
Oh, all right.
But I don't know if they out in the waiting in line and trying to like fight people over just buying some stamps.
Yo, I'm not waiting no lines. If I'm hungry and I go to a spot and the line is mad long, I'm not waiting. Like if the wait is longer than like 20 minutes, I'm not even eating there. I would just go somewhere else. Like I'll wait 20 minutes because when they tell you 20 minutes, it's usually like they're cleaning off tables or some shit.
All right, well that's a restaurant because really the rule of thumb is like, yo, I'm not gonna really wait that long for my food unless like if it takes like 5 minutes for me to eat my food, it should be 5 minutes for me to wait for my food. You know, so it's like, all right, if I go to a restaurant, I'm not just eating my food. I'm taking my time. I'm soaking in the ambiance. You know, I'm sipping my wine. I'm enjoying my company. It's a experience. So the thing is like, yeah, I'm gonna wait a half hour maybe for my food because I want my food cooked properly. I'm not gonna get tight with the cook so that way he can spit my shit. But you know,
I'm not even.
I'm gonna be eating for at least a half hour, 45 minutes.
I'm not even going anywhere with a long line. Like I'll just go like.
Yeah, I'm not waiting 15 minutes or a half hour for something that takes me 5 minutes to eat.
I'm also the call ahead guy.
Okay.
Like I call ahead. Like the other night we went and got some wings, and I called while I was on the fucking way to the wing spot. Yeah. Yo, let me get this. All right, cool. I'll be there. And then when I walked in, I think I waited like a couple minutes, and then I was out of there. I'm that guy. Like like if I know I can call ahead and get my shit and have it ready when I get there, and I know what I want. Like it's one thing if I don't know what I want, but if I know what I want, like I'm gonna just call ahead because I don't want to wait. Like we're pretty instant gratification society right now, but I always kind of been that dude. Like I'm the guy who won't drive out of my way to get some shit. Like if I'm hungry, and I just go home and eat, or if I want something on the way, it has to be truly on the way. Like, I'm not going to drive past my house for some shit.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to go, like, off, like, if I take 95 to get home, it better be off 95.
Okay.
Like, I'm not going...
I got to be on the way.
I'm not going in the opposite direction, away from my house. Like, if I leave a spot, I'm going in the direction of that spot. So if there's food on the way, that's what I get.
So it's like, yo, all right, you know what? I got a hankering.
A hankering.
Yeah, I caught myself here now. But I got a hankering for some hot and sour soup. But you know what? That motherfucker is like 2 miles out of the way. Like for me,
I'm not doing it.
Nah, see, for me it's different because at least you drive. I don't drive, so it's like two miles out of the way. That's a long motherfucking way for me to be. I'm like, yo, this shit got to be on the way home. And even still, it's like, yo, am I gonna get off like 2 extra stops before my stop so I could wait and get this soup so I could feed the hankering?
I just really try to keep my shit efficient, man. Like even when I was like catching the freight, I'd be like, damn, I gotta get some groceries. So I catch the bus that goes directly to the grocery store, and then I could walk back like a little bit. It's like a half a mile. I could walk back, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I'm not walking back in the wintertime.
I'm not gonna go back to my house first.
Yeah.
And then.
Nah,
like once I'm home, so I try to get everything I need on the way.
See, and I'll make the mistake when I get home, like, I'm like, yo, I need a puff. I'll take a puff, and then I was like, I need to sober up. I can't be going outside smelling like dumb hard of weed, so, like, I gotta freshen up. Then after that, it's like a good, like, 45 minutes later, it's a whole process. I'm like, nah, I was better off just going straight and then coming home, be like, yo, whew, did all that shit. Now I earned a puff. You know?
Hey, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't fuck around with like 2 out of the way. Like my lady will like travel. She'll like go fucking far for some shit. She'll be like, oh, let's go to breakfast. All right, cool. Where we going? We're going to go to this spot over here. And she'll go to the far away spot, like the second location. Like we was going to this spot called T's. Shout out to T's. # label out. They got good breakfast. And we was right by the one in Cranston.
Yo, you passed the exit.
No, not even. Like we was right by the one in Cranston. I saw her forget, hey, we're gonna go to that one. And she took a left, and I was like, oh, maybe we're going to a different spot. So 10 minutes go by, and I'm like, yeah, we've been driving for a minute. Like, where the fuck is this? Where are we going? She was like, we're going to T's. I was like,
waited 10 minutes to ask that question?
Because I knew she likes the adventures, man. Like, I thought maybe she was just taking a long way or some shit, because she does that.
Yo, she just had to take a left.
Yeah.
But then she took a right, and then whatever it was, it's like, okay.
Yo, listen, maybe she had to make a stop. Maybe she had to make a stop first. Listen, when you're riding with my lady, you never know. The adventure could be...
She feel like Dave Chappelle in the car with
Wayne Brady?
He's like, yo, you picking up some weed? Like, just tell me. Like,
nah.
Don't worry, I got you. Like, yo, where we going?
Yeah, like, sometimes I just try to sit back for the ride. Like, I was on my phone and shit. I wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah, okay.
And then I looked up and we were...
You trust your lady?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I looked up and I was like, where the fuck are we? And I started to get hungry. So I was like, damn, we not at the breakfast spot yet? Like, we was like 10 minutes away. But we went to the one way down by the beach. Because she wanted to take the ride. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not that dude. I'm not taking a ride. If there's one right around the corner, I'm going to go to the one around the corner. But, Damn,
she took it. Damn, she took it for a ride.
Yo, we done added some breakfast spots that's so far from the house. But she, like, again, it's adventure time, man. Like, I just get in the ride. I just get in the car and go for the ride. If it's mad far, though, I make her drive. I'm like, yo, I'll go, but you got to drive because I don't know where this is.
I ain't going to this motherfucking IKEA. You driving.
No, I got to drive when we go to IKEA. Because we're always taking something that's not going to fit in her car. So I got to take the van. We got to take the van. Okay. You know. All right. Actually, I haven't been to IKEA. She's been at least a couple times without me. I don't really go on like IKEA runs because that shit gives me fucking wild anxiety. Because she doesn't like to follow the stupid little arrows on the floor and shit. And like me, I know you love IKEA. You like the IKEA dude. I don't really fuck with IKEA like that. Yeah. This shit is like...
Jumping in the bed and be like, yo, I'm just seeing, like, because if I come home after work and it's motherfucking 3 o'clock in the morning and it's Cape Verde night and I ain't make no kind of motherfucking tips, but I had to take out the trash like 4 motherfucking times because they like to drink, but they don't like to tip. But so I want to lay down on the bed and feel like how comfortable it is and how homely it feels. And laying down here, you know what? actually like that poster.
Yo, I saw some shit I came across speaking of IKEA, that some Asian dudes like filmed a whole like internet show in IKEA without anybody ever noticing. That's fucking amazing.
Well, hey, sometimes they lend themselves to, art like that. Yeah, yo, just sometimes, like, if you sit on a couch just to see how it feels, and then you're, like, looking at it, be like, yo, I don't just like that poster or that canvas painting. I like the fact that how they have the lighting around it. Yo, I could do that inside my crib. And then, yo, I'll buy the lighting and I'll put it on my painting, and then, it helps spark creativity in the household. It makes me feel more domesticated and not like a savage beast.
Nah, fuck that. I'm always trying to feel like a savage beast.
Every time I go IKEA, I always feel like, yo, I need more plants in my house, because, like, growing up in Brooklyn, like, that's one thing. Yo, people had mad plants in their house. Like, in
small ass apartments and shit, make your house.
Apartments. And, yo, it felt like a motherfucking jungle walking in some houses. Like, yo, you always had the one that had the vine that always wrap around. Like, yo, this shit wraps around.
Oh, shit. Will's in the house.
Yo.
What up, Will?
What up, Saturday Conversation listeners?
Yeah, man. How you doing?
Oh, living the dream, buddy. Living the dream.
Yeah.
There it is. Hashtag label up. Andem Studios.
Hashtag living the dream.
Living the dream.
Oh, shit.
But no, you ever seen them plants that have the vine that, they have it wrapped around like 4 or 5 times? I'm like, yo, this shit is wild crazy. This is from one plant?
Oh, yeah. Yo, people are weird, man. Like, they got it's always the people with the smallest apartments, too, that have, like, the jungle-type plants and shit.
No, because they're air purifiers, too. So
I guess, but, like, dog, like, I don't want to sit with the plant, like, in my view, like...
Yeah.
Like...
But I like it,
like,
though.
You feel like you're walking through your house and you're walking through, like...
Well, for me, it's a nostalgia feel. Because it's like, this is one of the things I remember about being from Brooklyn, and my mother and father, like, going to their friend's house, and their friends always had wild vegetation inside the house. Because a lot of them from Trinidad. Number 2, the house was mad warm because they're from Trinidad. And then it was like...
You're feeling like you're in a bird sanctuary when you walk in.
It smelled like food. Like good cooked food, like a good curry food, or like a soup or a stew, like somebody making corn soup, or smell like some wild incense and weed. And that was like my nostalgia. So,
yeah, your mom doesn't have that many plants though.
My mother got wild plants now, dude.
Like, does she?
Yo, I was getting cussed out. I was just getting cussed out. She was like, yo, when I left, my plants was green. Now they're all turning brown. I'm like, yo, Mom, do you remember how cold it was? She was like, nah, you didn't water it the way... I'm like, what, am I supposed to take a shower with your plants? Like, yo, like, for real, I watered your plants. I'm not going to drown it. Like,
you didn't play them no motherfucking music, huh? You know they like the...
talk to it.
You know they like the calypso.
Yeah, and I didn't talk to it. I didn't play the Barris Hammond in the background with the incense burning, with the frankincense stones.
Come on, man.
The charcoal.
You just gonna let your mom's plants die like that, man?
I didn't start cooking no curry with some dumplings on the side. Like, yo.
Terrible. You're a terrible son. Hey, so aside from the Popeye shit, which just to double back, all these hood folks rushing to go get Popeye's chicken. And Popeyes is owned by a white lady.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was that black lady that be in the commercials.
No. That's just an actress in the commercials. She's the fake CEO. It's not like Dave who put himself in the commercials and he actually is the CEO of Wendy's.
Wendy's?
Yeah, it's Wendy. Popeyes is owned by a middle-aged white lady.
Named Olive Oil?
I don't know what her name is, but...
Because Popeye used to be Popeye too?
So, I don't know, like, can you say that... white folks don't know how to make fried chicken?
Well, she probably stole the recipe from somebody black.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she got that Paula Deen.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but moving forward,
yeah.
Another huge situation happening this week. Disney Plus, also known now as Disney Plus The Dick.
Disney Plus The Buns.
Disney Plus The Buns.
So it's Disney Plus, whatever you fit in the
Disney Plus, the crack that back.
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus, the take a nap.
Disney Plus, don't expect me to call you in the morning.
Just fill in the blanks. Disney Plus.
Oh, man, damn.
10 million subscribers in day one.
Well,
which I'm sure
it's
is
a free trial. It's for the week.
Yeah, but how many people are going to remember the fucking...
Well, this is what is yet to be seen. Because really and truly, excuse me, a lot of people come out all hot and sweaty, and then they will watch something, and then it's like, you know what? It's just not for me. There's a couple of things with Disney Plus that I love. Then there's a couple of things that kind of don't really tickle my fancy. Like the fact that I watched some of the Spider-Man and Friends series, and it didn't remember where I left off. So I had to like go to where I left off and then play. I'm like, damn, I gotta watch all of this or try to fast forward it to get to the point where I left off. I'm like, yo, damn, I didn't remember where I was. So there's that part, but you know, it now came on. So as generations go on, they can update and probably add those features to it. But for me, I love it for the nostalgia of it all, like the nuggets,
listen,
like the goofy how to fish and goofy how to swim. Like,
here's the genius behind Disney Plus, and in my opinion, because a lot of people are like, "Well, I'm paying $7.99. There's not that much new content." Give it a second, because what you have to understand is that Disney has licensed a lot of shit to a lot of people, and those contracts have not yet been completed. So yeah, Netflix took all the Marvel shit down, but they still have the rights to those shows, and nobody else can add them for at least another year.
Oh yeah.
So they have to honor those contracts because
like the Luke Cages and shit like that.
Yeah, like all that stuff is just sitting in the Netflix vault. They can't air it, but they also nobody else can either. So all that stuff is going to be redeveloped or added on in the following season
then they have
of Disney Plus. Then they have a lot of new series in development that are still in development that haven't even happened yet. What they did is they gave you a taste of here's what we're capable of with the Mandalorian and a few other shows that are like newer shows. But really, what you're paying for right now, before it goes to $25 a month or whatever it's going to go to, is access to the Disney Vault. Like, think about it. If you better buy all these movies, even if you stream them individually, they're not all going to be free unless you have a cracked Fire Stick.
Why are you looking at me?
I'm not looking at you at all. But unless you have a cracked Fire Stick or something.
You don't have the video, so people don't see you looking at me. Damn.
You way to out yourself, brother. Anyway, so you get access to the vault. I mean, for me to be able to go back and watch motherfucking Gummy Bears, you know, the first cartoon where, you know, cartoons was on steroids and shit, and hallucinative drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I would say Smurfs, but okay.
Nah, but the Smurfs they didn't drink.
Had the Smurf berries, B.
Oh, that's right, they had the Smurf berries.
The Smurf berries.
That's right, but I think
Gargamel was out for all the Smurf berries.
But when did the Smurfs come out though? Did the Smurfs come out before the Gummy Bears?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, but still, they wasn't on steroids. They were just Smurf berries.
And they was on mushrooms.
Yeah, that's true. Yo, cartoons in the 80s, like all the cartoons was on drugs. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, wild cocaine in them boardrooms.
Yeah, but the cartoons there was always like some drug in the cartoon, like it was like the Smurf berries, or the mushrooms, or the gummy bear juice.
Well, you can even say Popeye.
Popeye had his spinach. They just disguised it as spinach, but
yeah, now they got the cocaine in their sandwiches.
I like spinach, and I'm here to tell you firsthand that spinach, no matter how you eat it, doesn't give you insane strength to be able to lift cars and shit.
You tried to lift a car?
When I was little. Come on, man. You watch that shit on TV. I got spinach in the house right now. First of all, I couldn't squeeze the can.
Okay.
And the spinach didn't just like pop out of the can, and I called it, and my mom had to take the spinach. I had to eat the spinach, and then I was like, yo, I'm strong now, right? Because Popeye's strong. And you go try to fight the bully on the block. In my case, I was the bully on my block, so I went to try to lift a car, and needless to say, I didn't lift the car up off some spinach. Even today, I like spinach.
Okay.
And when I eat spinach, my workouts are not any better if I have spinach before my workout.
High in iron.
Yeah, that just means that I'm high in iron.
Yeah, pumping you full of iron.
Hey, all I'm saying is you don't get no fucking super strength from spinach.
Yeah,
but
you see,
this shit is kind of...
But you see, cartoon education and trying to use cartoon education as an excuse is not an excuse, because that was no excuse. My mother didn't accept the fact that I saw it happen on Tom and Jerry, that he hit the mouse on top of the head with a frying pan and everything was cool, that I could hit my brother on top of the head with a frying pan too. My mother didn't take that excuse as, oh, yeah, that's cool. It was, no. What the hell are you thinking? You can't hit your brother in the head with a frying pan?
But I didn't try to, like, hurt anybody. I just tried to lift the car because I was super strong, motherfucker.
No, you was trying to hurt the bully on the block.
I was the bully on the block.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah, I was just trying to see if I had some super strength, motherfucker. Like,
now that you have the spinach down,
yeah.
Now you're undefeatable.
You know, they would never give me they never put the ingredients for the gummy bear juice on there, so I couldn't try to make that shit at home.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I thought I was gonna have crazy hops. Just get myself some gummy bear juice.
I know you watched a couple of episodes. What was that dude's name?
I haven't watched any of it yet.
It was Duke something.
I don't remember. I haven't sat down and watched it yet because I don't want to be in like a fucking weird Disney Plus hole, and I got shit to do.
Yeah, anytime you call it a Disney Plus hole, that's a bad thing right there.
How's it a bad thing?
Because you
Disney.
don't know what kind of hole you're getting yourself into.
A good one, usually.
That's wishful thinking, but okay.
Yeah, it's always a good hole. It's always a good hole, man. You always find out something about yourself that you didn't know once you get into the hole.
Well, if anything, I found myself watching that 2,000 Leagues Under the Sea. That's actually a pretty interesting movie.
Yeah?
That's a Disney... You know what other one I was watching this morning too? Because again, like for me, I remember growing up when Disney was always dumb expensive, and we couldn't get it on Dimension cable unless you paid like extra money. So Disney always had that like you had to pay for them. They were like the Apple before Apple was. But when Disney used to give us the free previews, you used to get the Mickey workout and the Goofy workout in the morning. Then during the daytime, you'll probably get like a Davy Crockett, and then you'll get like them nature shows, the True Life Adventures.
Oh yeah.
So I was watching the True Life Adventures this morning, and the Secret Life. So they had like the Secret Life of ants, bees. Yo, that shit was amazing. Like even to this day, watching this shit, I'm like, yo, this shit is amazing.
Yeah, the content is crazy, man. Like, woo. I mean, I can't wait to sit down and watch Gummy Bears. I got Darkwing Duck on the ballot.
I watched a little bit of Darkwing Duck. I was like, you know what?
Tailspin, and then my shit is motherfucking. I'm trying to get my lady to watch Bedknobs and Broomsticks with me because it's one of my favorite movies, man. And it's on there. That was like one of the first movies I looked for.
Wait, hold on. Say that again.
Bedknobs and Broomsticks
Was
one of my favorite movies growing up.
Okay, all right.
Why? No, I said what I said, man.
Okay.
It's my shit.
I like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, but that was just me.
Hey, I haven't seen Chitty Chitty, probably, but anyway.
Is that even Disney?
Yeah.
Yo, see, this is the other thing about Disney movies that people forget about, like with their whole vault and their history. Number one, yes, a lot of that shit you can be deemed as wild racist and wild offensive. Where like they said that they have like a warning in front of some of them movies. So that's one thing. But yo, they used to have heavy contract with Don Knotts and who's the other one? Kurt Russell or Kirk Douglas, or what was that dude's name?
Oh yeah.
He's the mightiest kid, the strongest kid on the world.
Hey, you know the other thing that people are not realizing about Disney Plus too, right?
Don Knotts' whole shit.
Disney owns
Dumpling game.
like 60% of everything on television.
Yeah.
And 60% might be like it might be a super high number, but when you think about what they own, right? Disney owns ESPN. They own ABC. They own a piece of Fox.
Yes.
They own all of Hulu. What the fuck else?
No, they have their Disney now.
Marvel. Star Wars. National Geographic. Right?
Yeah, that Jeff Goldblum, that show is weirdly paced.
Well, it's Jeff Goldblum. He's weirdly paced.
Yeah, that show was weirdly paced.
So, like, again, just going back to like, yo, you just gotta wait. the plan is going to be crazy. Like,
Let's see if anything, Disney knows that, you know what, first time's for free.
right. That's what I'm saying. They're giving it to you now for dumb cheap.
Now, mind you, it's for free right now, and this is the entry level price where they gave people an option on buying for the whole year. So that means that they might plan on raising the price. So you're locked into that one price for the year, and you can pay the $70 or the $69.99.
In a minute, in a minute they might just in like 2-3 months from now they might be like,
$10.
Guess what? Everybody gets the Hulu ESPN Plus bundle. Like instead of like giving you an option, we just now it is what it is.
It's all wrapped in one.
Now it's $15.
Well, see, no, right now that bundle with the Hulu, which Hulu I think is whack because they still have commercials, but not just that. That bundle with Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus is supposedly $12.
$12.99, yeah.
But if you bought them individually, it would be $15 each. Well, not $15 each, but $15.
It'd be
$5 a piece. Basically.
It'd be like it'd be $7. ESPN is $5.99,
So
and Hulu's like whatever Hulu is $12.
Yeah.
So it's like $12. So you're still paying. You'd be paying double if you had them individually.
Yeah. So like what they're basically doing is creating their own cable network, because what people get tied up on with cable is that, yo, I'm paying for cable and there's bad channels I don't watch. The majority of the channels I watch is ESPN, and my kids watch Disney, and maybe I like to watch documentaries on National Geographic. So boom.
What it really comes down to now is that cable television, as we know it, is pretty much dead, because every network almost has their own app now where you can stream and watch all of their content without having cable. All you need now is an internet connection. So cable television is going to die, but internet is going to go, like now people are going to have like fucking $70 internet bills to kind of match up. Because right now, like, I don't know what you're paying for internet, but I'm paying less than $50 for mine. And then with the combination of all the stuff that I have, it might be like another $70, $80 a month, right? So I'm spending about $120 a month in television, but I'm not attached to a cable box or a cable company. I can watch it on my phone. I can watch it on my tablet. I can watch it on my TV. I can watch it wherever the fuck I want to watch it. I'm not like constricted to like, oh, I want to watch this show, I got to go home and watch it. Yeah. Or I have to pay extra to be able to have access to it on my phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just get the app. I have Disney Plus on my phone. I can watch it at the gym while I'm doing cardio.
But you see, now this is how, and this is where net neutrality comes into play. And a lot of people don't realize that, okay, well, we're going to just cut out the cable company and we're just going to do this. But this is what happens, though. The cable company is basically the people that are laying down the infrastructure for all of the streaming to happen. Like, Verizon.
Oh, yeah.
Verizon, like, now, mind you, like, if you're a company and you're the one laying down the foundation for all this, you need to make your money back. But then the government comes in and says, well, you know what? We're not going to tell you, we need you to do that. But then once you do it, we're going to actually be running it. Then you're like, yo, what the hell? Now everybody's cutting cable, and now they're streaming using this new system that we put into place, and we get nothing out of this?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Everybody's internet bill is about to be through the roof. So now the next wave is going to be motherfuckers that can circumvent the internet through a modem to get on.
That's blockchaining.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
blockchain is a whole other thing.
Is a whole situation now where that's going to change. But then you'll have people charging for that shit. So,
but you see what the thing with net neutrality that people don't get is that the way that the internet company is looking to do is okay, you know what? Everybody's going to be streaming all of this extra stuff, and we're not making any money. You know what? We need to put a stop to this. So what they're fitting to do is now have tiers. All right, you just go to the internet and you just check your email, so you pay $5 so that way your bandwidth...
Oh, it's already like that. It's already like that because it's probably been like that for about 5 or 6 years now. Where like
this is where the throttling comes into play too.
Download speeds and upload speeds, and paying. Some people pay $25 a month for internet, but some people that like a lot of the gamers they got to get the high bandwidth,
and they're using a lot.
And they're crushing it. So now, or the guys that got server farms and shit like that, the cable companies will be fine. Because people, you get the old school people like that still write checks. Those people still got cable. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but this is what happens.
And the internet prices are gonna go up because they're gonna have, like you said, they're gonna have those levels.
If the fiber optic, something, Lord forbid, happens to the network, right? Where now that network goes down, who's responsible to repair it?
Yeah,
it's the cable companies. But then the cable company's like, yo, now you wanted us to build it. We built it, then you took all the money and all the profits away from us, and now that something's wrong with it, now we have to go in and build. We have to fix it, and then just turn our backs and play like, yo, this is our shit.
Well, I mean, it's all eventually going to be. I mean, and some of it is already being like government, you know what I'm saying, controlled anyway with the FCC and all of that. But like. Broadband networks are going to change have already changed the game. So you have now your phone companies involved, and before you know it, Apple's going to be involved, and Microsoft. These all other companies are going to get involved, and there's going to be more options than just what happens is now. It used to just be cable was the only game in town. That's the only way you could get HBO. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's the only way you could get ESPN. So now it's like I don't even need you. I just need this one piece of you for now.
But see, even with the bandwidth, now this is the other thing that's not.
I have a hotspot on my phone. I don't even need cable. I don't need a modem.
Well, see, this is the other thing, though, is that with automated cars and automated vehicles, they also use up a whole lot of bandwidth. So this is where now the cable company is like, look, we have to have a designated lane for them to have all of their data, because if you're driving a car that's automated and is supposed to be sending and receiving data, it shouldn't be bogged down in the same lane.
Oh no, and that's all frequency. Like so,
and
everything.
This is where net neutrality, and they're saying, look, we're trying to create lanes so that way it's clear flow for people that if you're just checking your email, you could check your email without a problem, because if you're gaming. You don't want somebody just checking their email slowing you down. The only people you want in your lane are other gamers, other people going at your speed.
It's already like that.
But no, the way that they selling it to people is like, look, if you want to check your email, but if you want to game,
but
you're only paying for this email package, your service is going to be extra slow. If you want to be a gamer, you pay X amount. But if you want to be a gamer plus,
right? They're already doing that, just on a level that nobody's really paying attention to. Because right now you have like 5 tiers on through Verizon, through Cox. I think you have 5 or 6 tiers now. You know what I'm saying? And then the companies, we don't even have to worry about automated cars because there's already a lane for that. It's like when they switched everything over from analog signal to digital signal. Channel 10 finally switched over. And they like some of the local networks, they're finally now everybody's on a digital platform. So now there's more space.
Well, they were all on that because a couple of years ago
they just did it. They just did an upgrade though, so I had to like reset my TV the other day. So they're already taking care of that. Like the military is on separate digital bandwidth than everybody else, so they can have those channels are just for them. You know, the government is on separate bandwidth than everybody else. They're not even interfering with that shit. It's already out there because now that you're on a digital broadband situation, you have way more lanes than when you were analog. So, like General Motors, for example, they're going to come out with all these automated cars. They're going to have to buy that space separate from us. You know what I mean? Those lanes are already there. They're just nobody owns them yet, or nobody is paying for them yet. So it's not even gonna affect. It's not gonna be like it's like people are like, oh, when you go on the airplane, you gotta turn your phone off. Fuck, you don't, because the airplane's not using the same fucking signal as your phone.
And this is the other part of it as well, is that there are like plants, like real large, like I don't know how many football fields. I don't know, but they're large plants that actually have servers, just servers.
Oh yeah, server farms
Server farms. Yep.
Like the shit is there. Like there's no worry. I'm not even worried about automated cars. I can use my phone on an airplane. So, like all that like old school like mentality, like oh don't use your phone. Like no. Like I don't even know why my phone has airplane mode other than when I'm doing DJ events. I can't get phone calls, so my phone won't ring if I'm using my phone for something. You know what I mean? Or when I go into meetings or like right now because we're doing the podcast, got my shit on airplane mode or do not disturb or whatever fuck it's on, so that it's not reaching for a signal, but at the same time like it's reaching for its signal. It's not reaching for the same signal that the airplane is running.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, but anyway, so Disney has entered the streaming war.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like the streaming war is like the Democratic people running for president right now. It's like 35 motherfuckers in the game, but it's really only like 4 motherfuckers really in the game.
Well, Patrick jumping in like Pluto TV.
Yeah, like you know.
Hey guys,
what's up? I'm here too. Also, you have what's his name there?
Actually, no.
Byron Allen. Byron Allen's that hearing is this week, so I'm keeping an eye on that.
See, and I was actually going to bring that up when you were speaking because with cable, when you were saying how cable is basically becoming a dinosaur, what Byron Allen's case is how he has a bunch of channels that Comcast aren't picking up on their cable packages. They're like, you know what?
Right.
And saying that they're discriminating not just against him, but just how they're only picking 1 or 2 African American packages, and then saying, well, you know, Hispanics, yeah, we'll pick 1 and 2 of your packages, but everybody else, you know, whatever with y'all. But with the streaming wars, what streaming does is it does away with all of that. So with Byron Allen making his case is 100% valid. But I feel like it's a lot of years late.
Oh, yeah. What Byron Allen probably should do is create a streaming service for his networks.
Well, he got a lot of money, and I don't know if he hasn't already, but he probably put that on pause.
He has
for all of this.
A lot of money. Like if you don't know about Byron Allen, please take a second, take some time out of your day, and Google Byron Allen and research that dude because he's a fucking...
Don't get tied up with that kicking it with Byron Allen bullshit.
Yeah, no.
That's how I got caught up. I'm like, that guy kicking it with Byron Allen? Like him?
Byron Allen...
Oprah money? Like,
Byron Allen got more money than Oprah.
He does have more money.
Because Byron Allen purchased the Weather Channel. Reached in his pocket and was like, 60 million? Mm-hmm. Yeah, here you go. Cut the check. Like, like low key.
But the thing is that's part of his gripe is that, you know what, y'all would pick like Oprah and her package of channels and then totally ignore me and what I have to offer in my content.
Yeah, but that could be a power move by Oprah. Like, I get the whole thing behind the lawsuit, but here's the thing. If I'm a cable company and I don't want to fuck with you, I shouldn't have to fuck with you. Doesn't mean that I'm against black people.
Yeah,
it just means I'm not trying to fuck with you because I don't like your shit.
Yeah.
Which is what I think will be the most difficult part of that whole situation. Is like Comcast is going to be like, well, we don't have to fuck with them. This is our company. We fuck with who we want to fuck with. Just like when Disney didn't want to pay Sony or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, you can't force me to fuck with this dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna do business without you.
I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and you're gonna like it or not. But I mean, at the same time, like he really is. I feel like sometimes it's like, yo, it's like I don't want to say Thomas on the Dream Team. Mm-hmm. Yo, but he's good though. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. No, fuck that dude.
Okay.
It could be a situation like that where Oprah's like, yo, I don't fuck with Byron Allen because of whatever. He tried to fuck me at a party one time or some shit.
Yeah.
And, you know, him and Stedman got beef. Yeah. So we got beef. I'm not fucking with Byron Allen.
Yo, he tried to tell me that Stedman was gay.
Right?
Yeah.
You want the Oprah network?
Yeah.
And you know where Oprah comes.
Yeah.
Other people come.
If you want that Harpo.
You know what I'm saying? You know, it could be some power moves like that too. You know what I'm saying? Like
it could be. I don't know, but I just feel like he's really getting squeezed out. But like with the whole streaming wars, that's what everybody's doing now, and maybe he's fitting to do something like that too. But it's like,
Yo, I'll tell you what though, if Byron Allen comes out with a streaming service, I'm gonna buy that shit just on principle because that dude is like he's the dream. Like, cause he's low key doing it, like, cause you're right. A lot of people just know kicking it with Byron Allen. And you're like, who the fuck is this dude?
Yo,
I was always like, who the fuck is this dude? And how is he interviewing all these people? Like, everybody fucking with Byron Allen? Like,
you know what it is? It's like, yo, it's that show that comes on before the Michigan game on Saturday.
On Saturday mornings, yeah.
Yo, hurry up and finish, yo.
The game's on. Like, I don't even.
The Tim McCarver show. Now I gotta watch this kicking it with Byron Allen shit. Oh man.
Right, and you didn't. But what nobody ever realized is that Byron Allen owns that shit. Tim McCarver just works for whoever. He's working for. He probably working for Byron Allen, right? You know what I'm saying? And you're like, yo, when you do the research, you're like, yo, he actually owns this shit. Like, he gets all the money from all the commercials that aired during kicking it with Byron Allen. And I used to, when I first saw it, you don't know who he is, you put him in the same lane as Ulysses. Remember Ulysses?
That's a hard local reference.
Yeah, that's a hard local reference. But you could Google Ulysses and his party thing, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yo, that was public access TV.
Dude got kind of famous off just going to the clubs and filming motherfuckers at URI parties, and then re-airing the party. Like, yo, you missed the party last night at so and so. You missed the party last night at so and so. Here it is.
Yep.
I wonder how many motherfuckers got caught out there cheating on their girl or some shit, or how many chicks got caught out there cheating on their dude because they happened to be watching Ulysses and his party thing from Barry's.
Hey, it's Ulysses. Yo, this week we were all at Barry's. What Barry's?
And you just see people dancing to 90s music, and you're like, yo, ain't that my girl right there? Yo, I think that's my lady right there dancing with that dude.
Yes, and listen to Ulysses. Yeah, be like, and he's trying to jump in front of the camera, trying to cover your girl.
But yeah, for real though, like that's what I thought Byron Allen was at first.
Yeah.
And then I did my research. So
I'm trying to think of like, you know what it was like? You know what that's like? I didn't know Mario Cantone was like this big comedian type dude. You know.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, I know this dude from somewhere. And then I was like, yo, he used to do up cartoon shows back in the day.
Yeah.
Being from New York, I'm like, yo, I remember this dude. Yo, I knew something was up with this guy, but like back in the day, it's like you just ain't that quick to call somebody gay like that.
Right.
It's like, yo, it's just something up with this guy. You know, it's something. I don't know. But you wasn't just quick like nowadays. Like, yo, he's gay. Like, no, it's like.
You know who else is wildly successful like that too, and people don't remember how kind of powerful he was? Mario Van Peebles.
Yeah, we was actually talking about that. I thought when you was talking about Switchback, I was thinking about Sweetback. Yeah,
but like Mario Van Peebles made a lot of movies.
Him and his father.
Yeah.
But like with Mario Van Peebles, I don't know.
Like they made their own movies, and like a lot of people
owned it.
Yeah.
But you see, that was the thing. Like they had to work with distributors, and that's where the rub was. And that's basically what's happening with Byron Allen is that he has the content, he has the stations. It's now about getting the connection and getting that distribution. And Comcast and a couple of other companies will be like, you know what? Maybe not. We're working with Oprah, and that's good enough for us.
Right? Yo, Sling, go fuck with Byron Allen, man. Hey. Not that the motherfucker need any more cash, but, you know, fuck it. I wish he would buy BET. But, I mean, I wish he would have bought BET
but you see,
early on.
This is the thing, though, is that Byron Allen isn't the only one that has stations out there because Magic Johnson has...
Oh, no, Magic Johnson has some stuff. But, I mean, Byron Allen is like the Black Ted Turner. Yeah, like he could just be like the Byron Allen Network and rock and have enough content to like really do that shit. Hey, Byron Allen, holla at us, man. We got a show that we do called The Saturday Conversation.
For real.
And, you know...
we finna kick it with Byron Allen.
Hey, we finna kick it with Byron Allen. And we could do the show without swearing and shit.
Come on,
damn.
Damn.
But real talk, we could really do the show. We could keep it clean. So anybody that wants to put us on their radio show, a radio station, we can really clean this show up.
Yeah, gee willikers.
We can go with the PG-13 rating for sure.
Yeah, remember when the Mandalorian jumped out and the dude had the big gun and he was like, okay. See, in any other context, they would have cussed in that.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, snap.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We're not gonna be like TNT clean though, where we just like put in words.
And Mickey Fix and Mother Lovin' and Monkey Lovin'. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
This is some lukewarm SpaghettiOs, man. Like we're not gonna be on that kind of. But we just take this. It won't be like.
I saw that Monkey Lover outside the other day, yo.
Yeah. It's not gonna be like TNT clean, but it'll be cleaner. There'll be no explicit language. We won't have to put the magic explicit thing, which I forgot to tag for episode 55. So I have to go back in and do that. Make sure if you go back and listen to episode 55.
Which one was that?
The Peanut Butter Bandit.
Oh, Peanut Butter and the Bandit?
Peanut Butter and the Bandit. Make sure that you know that it's explicit, because I got a phone call from somebody who listened to the show. Actually, I know it was my lady. She was like, you need to make sure that you put the explicit shit on the Peanut Butter and the Bandit episode because
somebody was listening to
can't play that shit with the kids. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Not to mention, though, just so that people know that there's, like, content in that episode. Because it starts off as, like,
it was
a very, like, regular type, like, we're not really talking about no wild shit. And then...
Oh, my goodness, Daryl.
And then
you need a swear jar, guy. Golly.
Yeah, and then the episode takes a turn to a place that, you probably should be of an adult age to first understand what's happening.
Come with me,
but
you will see a land of pure imagination.
Wow, he really went with the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory song.
It was fitting.
Yeah. It's actually one of my favorite songs.
Oh, okay.
Not like favorite, like I play that shit while I clean the house, but like
a lot about you today,
when it comes on, you know what I mean. I'm like,
broomsticks,
yeah, listen, take some time and watch that shit, and then you'll love it too. Have you seen Bedknobs and Broomsticks?
No, my kid.
A young Angela Lansbury.
Okay, I guess it's Murder, She Wrote then.
Come on, man, just watch the shit. Watch the shit, and then let me know. You be like, yeah, that shit was kind of much better than I expected it to be.
Angela Lansbury was another person that they used to rock with heavy with Disney back in the day. All right, but yeah, no, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, just go watch that shit, and then you'll be like, oh, wow, this movie was actually pretty dope, or much doper than I expected it to be, because nobody expects it to be. I didn't expect it to be good when I first watched it.
All right, but wait.
It definitely has, like, that Mary Poppins feel.
Okay. But with this whole streaming wars, because, like, we're talking about Disney Plus a lot, and everybody's giving Disney Plus, like, all that Popeye's chicken love, but, ain't nobody talking about Apple TV Plus. Like, ain't nobody talking.
That's because Apple TV's kind of whack, yo.
Well, they got the show C.
One show.
Well, then they got that show Dickinson about not Angie Dickinson. What's her name? The author chick, Angela Dickinson. Either way, I'm not watching it.
Again, so why even come on, man? Like I said, the streaming wars is like the Democratic dudes running for president.
Okay.
If it's Amazon, is Netflix.
Netflix,
Hulu.
All right.
Now, I feel like Disney Plus kind of hops right over everybody else into like the fourth spot.
But then there's NBC Universal going to come out. Then there's HBO Max going to come out. Then there's BET Plus that's out right now.
Actually, HBO Max is already out.
Is it?
Yeah, it's HBO. Like, okay. So maybe HBO would be 4 because they have better content.
Well, do they have Dream On?
But it's not about. I feel like it's about variety of content, which brings you into the higher levels, right? So like HBO is HBO. They're not showing.
No, but they have
in
Sesame Street shit.
In their programming, they have a good variety, but you only really go to HBO for movies and boxing.
Nah, come on. You don't go there for The Wire or The Sopranos or Game of Thrones
some of the
or Dream On.
Okay.
Or,
so they're also series, but like you think about HBO, you think about Game of Thrones, The Sopranos, Ballers, and then
not The Wire.
The Wire, but The Wire is like before, like that's our generation. The Wire is to me is the greatest television show in the history of television.
I'll give you that.
Fight me, like
Why? I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, all right. My bad. Anybody else could fight me. Like, find me a better show. There's shows that are on level for like 1 or 2 seasons, but for the longevity of 6 seasons to be still relevant.
Was episode 3 the one that they was on the dock?
Season 3 was the worst episode, and it was still better than most season 3s on most television shows.
Okay.
It was still new. It was still fresh. It was still, you know what I mean? They changed their theme song every season. And they updated the technology to match the years they were on television.
True that.
Like, they just did shit like that no other shows really paid attention to.
Okay.
And then I would say, I have not seen Breaking Bad, although I hear that Breaking Bad is an incredible show.
I have never watched it.
One day I'm going to sit down and watch it.
Me too.
But when 9 out of 10 like magazines, like if you search list top 10 best TV shows of all time,
Yeah, Breaking Bad's up there.
Breaking Bad is always up there, but The Wire is always either number 1 or number 2, followed by The Sopranos, followed by Game of Thrones. Like,
Yeah, HBO's the shit.
HBO's the shit. But yeah, so definitely there 4. Disney Plus would be like 5 for me, I guess, right now.
Okay.
Maybe 6 after Showtime, because I like Showtime. Showtime stuff is good too.
And we said we weren't gonna throw like because these aren't really streaming. They're more like TV channels, like Sling.
Well, Sling is like a TV network. It's like they have all the channels. It's like basic cable,
Yeah, it's
without having to have a cable box.
Yeah.
So like on Sling, you have like TNT,
But then there's
FS1.
But then there's like Pluto TV. That's another free shit. But Crackle.
YouTube has their own like live TV situation as well.
Yeah, there's YouTube, and then there's but Motion, Daily Motion. That's different. That's like how YouTube used to be, where I don't know if they have commercials on that shit, but I ended up finding some shit that they didn't have on Disney Plus. They had Goofy, the Art of Self Defense, right? Or right? They had that on there, and they didn't have it on Disney Plus, and I don't know why. But either way, there's Crackle. We went over that shit, but I've been rocking with Crackle forever.
Yo, Crackle's like,
Yo,
to use the Democratic presidential nominee. I feel like Crackle is like who would Crackle be? And it's not quite Bernie Sanders.
nah, I don't want to say
'Cause
the man Pete. I don't want to say the Buttigieg.
Is it Deval Patrick, where he just comes out of nowhere and you're like, who's this guy? He's cool enough, but
He was here the whole time.
he was here the whole time. Like, where did he come from? Like,
Yeah. Like, yeah. I actually said Deval Patrick was the Pluto TV. Either way, you get the drift. He's just that guy that's been there.
he's been there the whole time, and you're like, yo, this dude's right. Like, all of a sudden his numbers start to get better, and you're like,
Yeah, because if anything, like
he's like Marco Rubio. Oh, Marco Rubio's a Republican, though.
yeah, but no, I've been with Crackle for years, for real years, like at least 10 years.
Yo, Crackle is like when nobody was wearing Champion except us.
Oh damn.
And then now Champion's getting a little bit of burn, and everybody's like it's brand new.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Trying to bring out your favorite shit, like
little motherfucker, I got a Champion sweatshirt in the closet that I had for like 15 years. Where the fuck was you at?
it just says champ now, but still.
I paid $10 for that shit. Now they charging $45 for the same sweatshirt.
Yeah, they're trying to Jordan the scene.
I'm about to sell my Champion shit online.
But you see, like with Crackle's been there forever. And then you see, even with Pluto TV, like I've been rocking with them for a long time, and I didn't even know that they were owned by Nas for a bit.
Right, which is worth it.
Yeah, and I was like, oh shit. But yeah, like then there's the other one, like I was showing you, Brown Sugar was another one. But then
Oh, that's the blaxploitation joint, right?
Yeah.
Yo, I kind of want to subscribe to that shit just so I can watch all the blaxploitation. Sheba baby, yeah, baby.
Yeah, what they say? Hotter than coffee and meaner than Foxy Brown. Sheba baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask my cousin if she knows about that shit, because
Brown Sugar.
Brown Sugar, because
I had that for a little bit.
she's big on like a lot of like the blaxploitation. She loves black cinema, so like I'm gonna ask her if she knows about it.
They advertise that a lot on Bounce TV, and see, even on Bounce TV, they will show like some of those movies, like Three the Hard Way, or whatever shit that they got going on there. But yeah, but see, then there's also the Fire Stick, and then Roku. Like, there's a lot of shit out there where it's like you're not pegged to just paying for a cable bill anymore.
I love where we are right now for entertainment, because when I was working at the cable company back in 2003,
people by the nuts.
Back in 2003, when I was at the cable company and shit, 2003, 2004, it was really just them, and they were just buying out other cable companies, and then it was like it was the cable company I worked for and Verizon and AT&T, I think, had some stuff but it was all dependent on where you lived at in the country. You know what I'm saying? So you had Cox, you had Comcast, you had Verizon, you had. So there was a couple options, but it was very like regional.
Dimension cable.
Well, yeah, right. That's way back. Yes. So you only had like 4 or 5 options, and then you had no choice. Like it was like I'm gonna have a $200 cable bill, or I'm gonna try to like bounce around from provider to provider when they have their little like get everything now for the bundle for like $50 for
$90.
For the year, and then like next year you got to get all new cable, so your basement just looks like mad cable boxes and shit.
Yo, stop drilling holes. Yo, there's already cable.
Well, then satellite, you know what I'm saying? Like satellite was like if it rains too hard, your satellite goes out. The wind blows too hard, you got snow on your satellite. It's just not working. But it's still the only place where you can get the NFL Network and watch all the games. Other than that, you got to have red zone, and you can only see one motherfucker score, which is the only part of football that's really interesting anyway. No, I love football, but I mean, like I watch the red zone a lot, so I can feel like I'm watching all the games. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have satellite, because fuck putting the satellite on my house.
Yeah. Put extra holes in your wall.
Right. But like now we're at a point where like you pretty much like watch whatever you want to watch, wherever you want to watch it for a small fee.
Or even for free, because I forgot to say about Tubi. Tubi's another one that got some like bullshit ass movies, but they're good movies, and almost the times, like probably 20% of the movies are really worth watching, but at least they're there.
And it's different. Like I feel like
because Crackle got Attack the Block. You can't find
Attack the Block is hard to find.
You can't find that.
Like I kind of want to get Crackle now, so I can watch Attack the Block, and then I'll just cancel that shit.
Crackle is free.
Is it free?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's why I've been rocking with Crackle.
I'm about to add Crackle to the Fire Stick when I get home.
Pluto TV is free too. Like there's a lot of free options out there as well.
It's like I'm about to get Epic so I can finish watching Godfather of Harlem.
Oh yeah.
But Epic is like $6. What's $6 for a month or two, and then you just cancel that shit? That's the beauty. There's no cancellation fees.
Oh, you could get one of those Fire Sticks you was talking about.
Or I can get a crack Fire Stick, but I don't like going through all that shit. Yeah, and it's not for me.
Not for you.
Plus, I'm an aspiring actor / voiceover guy, so I like to know that like if I put some shit out, motherfuckers is not just gonna bootleg my shit and watch that shit without me getting some revenue dollars in my pocket. Is all I'm saying.
That is 100%.
You know what I'm saying? Support me, motherfucker.
That is 100%.
Don't bootleg my shit. However, you can download these episodes and share them with everybody.
I might have to bootleg that bed sticks and broom knobs and
Bed knobs and broomsticks, man.
put some respect on their name.
put some respect on the name. Bed knobs and broomsticks.
Bed knobs and broomsticks. Sounds like a porno, but okay. Okay. I don't know why there's broomsticks involved in this.
Well, you got to watch the movie to find out, is what I'm saying. You watch the movie, you'll understand. It all comes together very nicely.
I don't watch those kind of pornos.
Those kind of pornos. It's like I prefer interspecies erotica.
No, not really, but okay.
Hey, whatever you watch, man, that's your...
Bed knobs and broomsticks.
What happens inside your home is your business.
See, at least Chitty Chitty Bang Bang sounds like a straightforward porno. You know what you get, and you get Chitty Chitty, and then you bang bang. Rest in peace, Pops.
Yeah. I can't believe you made that connection. But
3 weeks in a row.
3 weeks in a row.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Pops. Shit.
But yeah.
The streaming wars is going to be interesting over the next couple of months to see. Because, like, I'd say over the next 2 years. It's just going to be crazy. Because right now, too, like, you can go to each streaming service and get something a little bit different. Yeah. Because, like, for example, Netflix is, like, stand-up comedy heavy right now. If you want stand-up comedy, I feel like the good stand-up comedy is all going to Netflix right now. They're paying the most money for stand-up. Well,
and Amazon is trying to crack into it. Because they got their Gaffigan, and they got the other guy, too, Alonzo
Bowden?
Yeah,
his was pretty funny. But overall, like, it's like when I go to D'Angelo's, I'm going in for the steak and cheese. I'm not going in for shit else. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I want stand-up comedy, if I want to see some funny shit, and also Netflix originals are really good. Like, they're paying good money for the that good content. Amazon Originals is up there, but like the movies they carry, like the old throwback movies, whack as fuck. Like Amazon's dope because you can get anything on Amazon.
True.
You could be like, I want to watch this movie, and they'll have it. You just might have to pay, like rent it or pay it or buy it for like $2 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like with Netflix, if it ain't on Netflix, you can't watch that shit. That's like the DJ without internet, and he only got the records he got, and that's it. With Amazon's like the fucking DJ with the Wi-Fi connection, and he can get you anything. But if you tip him, he'll definitely play that shit for you.
Yeah. I might not have it for free, but for a fee, I got it.
I got it. Yeah, I got it here for you. I could get it. You know, you want to throw $5 on the table for me when you walk away. You know what I'm saying? Or 20 or 100. I'll go to the store and get it.
You're not paying me. We calling this a donation.
Yeah, you tipping me for my good service. You know.
But you see, like even still, like with Apple Plus, that a lot of people don't talk about is that they got a lot of great actors and like a lot of money behind it, and they're still young in the game. That's why they're only like $5 to get. But like what they're fitting to do, because the other show that they have is the morning show with Jennifer Aniston and Steve Carell and a couple other people. I think Reese Witherspoon might be in that too. But they're putting a lot of money behind the actors. That's the thing that Hulu does too. Is not Hulu. Amazon. They
put a lot of money.
But Amazon, they're putting it behind the writers and the creative
right.
team. But the thing that Netflix has an edge over all of them is that they already had the built-in content and the built-in subscribers, but also the binge feature.
Yeah.
Because the other services, like, they can't just put all their services out there and then they don't have like a second and third wave of shows to cover their backs. That's why they have to do every week.
They got to keep you engaged because Netflix is killing them with the binge. If you want to just watch some shit for 3 days, you're good.
And then they have enough content where you could binge on, say, BoJack Horseman and finish that and then move on to, like, Umbrella Academy, cool. I'll binge on that, finish that, then move on to The Travelers and then binge that and then move on to something else and binge.
Although Netflix does have a few shows that you have to, like, watch every week. They've started doing that with like Chelsea Handler and what's the show with David Letterman?
Oh, the Origins. That's the one I love. The Origin series. Not the Origins. Yeah, is it Origins? Yeah, it's called something else. Explained. That's what.
Oh, yep.
Explained is my shit. I love that. And every week they have that. But you see, they're trying to bring that feature too because it's like, look. We got to start slowing down the market.
Right. Well, Netflix is always going to be a little bit at an edge for a while because they were the first ones to win awards for their original content. Yep. Like, it's like, yo, you could go fuck with Amazon or you could go fuck with Disney Plus or you could go fuck with these people. But you know that when you come to Netflix, you could win an Academy Award for doing some shit over
Prime
here.
Started winning something with that last.
Yeah, Prime started winning some shit. Yeah.
Fleabag, they was winning a lot of awards this past cycle.
So, but Netflix is like, you know what I mean? They're like the granddaddy right now. Mm-hmm. So, like they're like the to make a NASCAR reference, they're like the Jimmy Johnson. You know what I'm saying? And so now you got all these new younger drivers that are finally starting to win now. But Jimmy's like, he's the dude. He got 7 in a row or 6 in a row or some shit. So he's always going to be the dude until he retires. And then he'll be on that level with like Jeff Gordon. But he used to be the young dude. And then like if Jeff Gordon is cable, you know what I'm saying? And then Jimmy Johnson is Netflix. And now all these young boys is everybody else.
All right.
To make a NASCAR reference, I know it's obscure because most of y'all don't watch NASCAR, but like
because HBO was the one that, and they still do win a lot, but it was HBO because Showtime is.
I'm just saying like non-cable related.
Okay.
Non-cable related.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. HBO is like, damn, Netflix is making some moves, and I used to say all the time when ESPN and HBO make the move to just the app where you could get this shit without having to have cable, it's gonna be a flood.
Oh yeah.
And as soon as they left, like it was a couple years, and now here we are. You know what I'm saying? We got the fucking streaming wars happening as we speak.
Yeah.
And over the next year or so, it's going to be interesting to see.
Oh yeah, I'm still gonna be talking about my shows, even the HBO.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Watchmen, that's my shit.
We gotta get Billy back on from Outright Geekery to talk about.
Oh yeah,
get him on and get his
outraged about Watchmen. 'Cause I know a lot of people are.
to get his take on some of these new sci-fi type comic book related shows, The Mandalorian, etc. Shout out to Da Vinci Young, who's going to be on episode. He was on episode 56.
Oh yeah, the LT episode.
The LT episode, and we have some interesting guests coming up on the cast as well. So be on the lookout for those. We'll be posting them on the social medias.
Yes, indeed.
All of the social medias. You can always hit us up directly,
Yes.
DJ Caveman or my government. If you know it, then you know it. DJ IronMonkey.
Yeah, Instagram DJ IronMonkey, on Facebook DJ IronMonkey. No, I'm not on any dating apps. I know better than that shit. Hell no. Nope, not me. But no, just holla at your boy.
All right, don't slide in the DMs. Just hit us up. Just hit us up in the instant message, direct message with any ideas you have for the show. Make sure you go to the Facebook page.
Oh, yeah,
we didn't even talk. We didn't even talk about. We're gonna talk about that next week.
You gonna reference it?
I'm gonna reference it though. We got a little question out there on the Facebook page.
Okay.
All right, and this is the question. All right, your son or daughter.
My son or my daughter? Okay.
Son or your daughter, they're of age. Their friend is of age.
Of age meaning?
Meaning of over 21.
Okay. 21.
Comes to you and it's like, yo, you want to go watch Disney Plus and get this dick or get these buns?
All right. So my daughter's friend comes up to me.
And it's like, hey, Mr. Dawood, I've been watching you. I've been having a major crush on you since the 5th grade. I'm 22 now. Let's fuck.
What? No.
And then the options are, hell yeah, or hell no. Ew. Like, fuck out of here.
But wait, what did you say? You said your mother voted hell yes if
Oh.
was Denzel Washington?
Yeah. So shout out to my mom, yo. She listens to the podcast and shit. She responded. I don't know what she responded, but she commented, is my son's friend also Denzel? So apparently there's some exceptions.
Well, apparently, number one.
First of all,
So your mom's was looking at your boy that like back in the day used to come by the house and have lasagna and shit and playing video games and make sure Daryl comes home on time. All right, don't keep him out late. Okay, all right. Years later, why don't you come in? What?
yo, but I mean it's Denzel.
No, but
Denzel's famous.
No, but see, the difference is like you calling your boy's mom like, I know Daryl's not there, but can I come over and play?
Yeah,
What?
it's like,
Yo,
I feel like first of all,
yo,
if any of my friends approach my moms like that, like
that's blatant disrespect.
I'm gonna have to fight you for sure. Like I'm fighting you.
Yeah, because
Like-
number one, why you calling my mother's house? Be like, yo, I know he ain't there, and then get fresh enough to go.
Can I come over? Yeah, nah, fuck you. I'm punching you in your fucking face a bunch of times. But this type of shit happens, which is why we have these poll questions, and it's all about how you would react, right? Obviously, if my good friend growing up happens to be Denzel, my mom's, I guess, would be like, hell yeah.
All right, so
And I'm not sure I would blame her if my friend who happened to be Denzel was wild famous, but me and Denzel would have to fight.
No, but hypothetically speaking,
Me and Denzel would have to fight. We would fight. We would just fight. Don't approach my moms like that, bro. Like we friends, and we've been friends for mad years. I'm fighting you, but that's not what the question is. The question is, what would you do?
All right, so if my daughter's friend
Came to you.
was Halle Berry and she came at me, what would I do? Seeing that this chick, Halle Berry, being my daughter's friend, is trying to holler at me. Am I gonna be like, yo,
It's Halle Berry.
you can keep a secret, right?
What do you do, Dad?
Be like, yo, and just like, don't say nothing, just Just start taking off your clothes and shit.
You don't even respond. You don't respond with words because you don't want to be able to be like, well, I said.
No, I didn't say nothing.
I didn't say nothing.
I didn't say nothing. Your clothes.
You just unzipping.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you yes or no, young lady. I've known you for 15 years.
But if I put it on your chin though, yo. No.
It's a difficult question, is what we're saying. It's a difficult question, and there's a lot of.
No,
it's really not that hard of a question,
but then you see, I actually had the flip side though for you, the wild curveball. Like, yo, even though it's my daughter's friend, it's a dude coming at you. Like, that's the straight hell no. Like, what the fuck am I doing with my life to make you think that I'm gay? Number one.
It don't have to be that he thinks you're gay.
I just like your ruggedness.
It just could be that he feels like he could bring you to his side of the plate, or he's just like, fuck it. I only live once. I'm gonna shoot my shot because you never know.
But boys got daddy issues too.
Well, he thinks that you're incredibly sexy. You know what I'm saying? It should be kind of flattering at the same time. You know what I'm saying? You're getting hit on by dudes as a dude. You know that you super sexy if a dude is hitting on you.
But if it was your son's friend and it was a boy, would you tell your son?
Yo, I'm gonna have a conversation with my kids anyway.
No.
Yo.
No. Would you have a conversation? All right.
Yo,
would you have a conversation with your sons and be like, yo, this dude can't come around the house no more, like, cause every time like y'all outside, and I don't know what y'all doing, like playing with the water balloons, but he can't be coming in the house with no shirt. And like coming around me and no shit like that.
No, it's gonna be a real simple conversation. Yo, your boy Juan tried to smash. I don't know what's wrong with him. Tell him that we don't get down like that.
Going out with Juanita, like. What?
Oh well, I don't know. Well, I'm just letting you know, son, so that you know.
Nah, he likes chicks, man. Yo,
that's cool.
He's always talking about getting that ass.
Then I guess he's always talking about getting that ass, but obviously, you know. Your dad still got it. Because that's the conversation that you got to have with your kids. You got to let them know what's happening around them so they know. Because that could be like a deal breaker. She could have already knew.
Would you tell your daughter?
Yeah, because most likely, here's the thing. You known each other for mad years. I'm sure at some point that little girl said to your daughter, yo, your dad's kind of sexy, yo. And she was like, nah, fuck you. That's fucking nasty. Don't say that shit about my dad.
So me washing the car?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like those things don't like I don't feel like those like they like there's always that interaction like
I like the way your dad mows the lawn.
Like yo,
mow my lawn. What?
yo, Billy, your mom's is sexy as shit, yo. Yo, man, don't talk about my mom's like that.
Damn Stifler.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, but you know that like those conversations happen. It's not like you just all of a sudden you wake up and you're like,
oh man,
yo, Jenny's mom could get it. You know what I mean? It's just like, yo. You usually say something out loud like, yo, your mom's fine as shit, yo. If I was, and then you're like, man, come on, that's my mom's. Or your auntie could get it. Yo, man, that's my auntie. You know what I'm saying? Chill.
Nah, but there's actually a little joke that I have where it's like, you know how some people are busted and they look kind of ugly, and you know people want to crack jokes on them. They're like, yo, chill, man. That's somebody's mom's, yo. You can't be talking about somebody's mom's like that.
Yeah.
Like,
but it works both ways.
Yo, so like
it works both ways, and sometimes after those years of like being like, "Yo, your moms could get it, yo." If I was not your friend, I'd be trying to break your mom's back, and you're like, "Yo, chill." One day that
you can't be smoking my weed.
One day that kid, right?
You smoking my weed, telling me there's wild shit. Hell
what
no.
I'm saying is nothing is just out of the blue. There's always signs that lead to. You know, you getting trapped in the kitchen with little Jenny, and she's like, "Hey, Mr. Daoud, do you need help carrying that salad tray?" You know,
nah, I don't want you to.
And it turns into a scene from American Beauty or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'd be like, "Nah, I don't want you to trip." Be like, "Why? You don't want me to touch your salad?" Like,
whoa,
oh my goodness.
I don't even know. And on that note, that sounds like a good place to end.
Yes, indeed. Yes, it is.
Just dude always taking it to a different level. This is what we do.
Conversations that I really don't want to have.
It's a Saturday conversation, and you would think that we smoked a lot of weed before we walk in to do this, but today wasn't that case. We just we're 240-something tapped out motherfuckers, and this is our platform to get that shit off our chest. It depends on
the conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Stay with it.
It's like, you know, it's like when you tuck your shirt into your pants. But when you don't tuck your shirt into your pants, are you tucking your pants into your shirt? No. What I'm saying is, when you're tucking your shirt, you're tucking your shirt into your pants. But when you don't tuck in your shirt, are you actually tucking your pants into your shirt?
Okay,
Yeah. See, like I said, there's a lot of this is the type of shit that we think about as regular individuals, and then we bring it to you, the people, so that. Yeah. So that's gonna do it. Make sure, again, check us on the social medias and shit.
Yes, indeed.
And we'll holler at y'all next week. Episode 57 in the books. It's a Saturday Conversation. We out.